you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulation.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Now, good day, all. Welcome to the show, featuring Jay and Mike.
Shalom, Biggie.
Hello, Jay.
Pleased to be with you, Mike.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you mean that?
I do.
Did you just say that?
I think we have a very interesting show today, Mike.
Do you?
I do.
We're going to have an interesting show on Thursday for Friday as well. J. Chris Newberg is coming in studio.
Looking forward to that.
And he is not happy.
Oh, why?
Oh.
What happened?
He took to Facebook the other day.
What happened to Christopher Newberg?
And he even like, you're not on there, JF the book, whatever, but he tagged E and I in it, and he is like
livid.
He's like, me only wears clothes featuring the logo of Detroit. I wear everything I own has Detroit. I don't think I own a shirt that doesn't mention Detroit.
Right.
Coming home.
Is he going to claim that we didn't give him anything? Is this where this is going?
No.
Okay.
We gave him something, but he's like, I reached out to some local media in town, and the responses I got were...
You know what? Fuck local media.
I know, right?
Honestly. It's like so...
He goes, their responses back to me were included. You know, we're really focused on more people that care more about Detroit and our local. And he's like...
Look,
okay.
you know, water skiing squirrels that can water ski, that sort of
You
thing.
should mention it also said, also me, recorded my top 10 comedy album in the nation in Detroit. You know, like he's like...
And he's like, that's why when I come home, I go on the Detroit Cast exclusively because those guys get it. They're awesome. And if you think I'm not going to name outlets, you're wrong. Listen to the show. And I tweeted or Facebook back, and I was like, dude,
you know,
don't even go here because you're open. Like, we could do 4 hours on this. I'm like, we raised literally $60,000 for a local charity from my basement. Yeah. And guess how much the local media cared? As much as they care about you, Chris. And he's like, oh, this is going to be
They're
fun.
busy. They've got weather to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, they got to update you on the weather. And
sure.
Like I said, the squirrels.
Dude, how would you know that the Tigers lost last night if not
it's impossible.
Channel 4
Sit
letting
there
you know
wait through commercials and everything
12 hours
to find out.
later on the 2s. Traffic on the 8s and sports updates on the 2s. Oh, so that's going to be fun. He's going to be at Ridley's next weekend, right?
No, well, this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
That's why he's coming in the
gross, but yeah,
to town.
So he's going to be here Thursday, and then he'll be there full weekend. Go see that show. Honestly,
I'm hoping to.
Like, dude, that is a funny ass show. Last time he was in town, McCarty and I went, and Tooch, and he was opening, and McCarty was like, "This is literally the funniest guy I've ever seen." He's like, Darren is sitting there, booming laughing. At J. Chris. And honestly, it was a great set.
I believe that he says he has a new hour, by the way.
Yeah.
I believe that this is a new hour.
He's really good. He's a fun guy.
He's very good. So we look forward to that. Anyway, how are you doing, Jay? Other than that, you have a good night? Everything go okay?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. Why?
No, I'm just curious.
You worried about me?
No, I'm not worried about you at all. Do you want to read something? You look like you want to read something.
No, go ahead.
No. You see West Hollywood?
Yeah, getting rid of the Trump star.
Thank God. This is necessary. They have unanimously voted to remove Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which is Vine and Hollywood Streets, which is where you'll find that, where like Jimmy Kimmel records his show. It's like touristy as fuck across from the Chinese Theater.
Doesn't it stretch way into places where there's just like liquor stores and shit, and then there's
but the main strip is like in that super touristy area of LA where you'll find like the people that are dressed up as Spider-Man,
Spider-Man. Manny was there last week, and he took a picture of Trump's star, which was covered up at the time.
Yeah.
Of graffiti.
It had been pickaxed?
It had been pickaxed, and there was kind of like police tape around it. And a big...
This is like you're going to see this story everywhere, right? This story. Oh my God! The West Hollywood Council has voted to unanimously voted to remove the Trump. It's irrelevant as fuck. This is a non-story because they have no control over what stars stay or get removed. Like none. They can vote all they want, but it's not legally. They're not able to do shit. The decision rests with the LA City Council, Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which are highly unlikely to remove it.
Good
Highly.
to know.
Yeah.
Glad for that.
Once a star has been added to the walk, it's considered a part of historic fabric of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's according to Leron Gubler, president and chief executive of the chamber, former. He told the LA Times back in 2015. Because of this, we have never removed a star from the walk. He defended the guy. One of the guys, part of the vote, said it was not about politics.
Right.
Interesting. But about principles, Jay. This is about principles.
Grandstanding by a board member that has no power over this issue, right?
Right. The council did not pass the resolution because Trump is a conservative or Republican. Earning a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, it's an honor. And when one belittles and attacks minorities, immigrants, people with disabilities, women, the honor no longer exists.
Is OJ on there?
OJ is not. I actually looked that up. I was like, is R. Kelly... Tell me if R. Kelly is on here, you fucking ass. Because it's about women. Mostly it's about, well, there's all these women.
Some people are, though.
In the hashtag Me Too era,
Boy, they got some work to do if that's what it's about.
can you imagine if they
Going
held
down that
others
list.
to the standard of like, well, there's some accusations from women about it. It's like Bill Cosby star is still there. You know that, right? Bill Cosby star is there. Now, Kevin Spacey was more into boys than women, so he didn't, But Kevin Spacey's star is still there. Chuck Berry's star is there, which Chuck Berry literally farted in a girl's face and whizzed on her face. And then when she was crying, he said, I'd kiss you to comfort you, but you smell like piss.
Yeah.
Because he, whizzed on her face. And as
He had
respectful
paid
as that
for
is,
it, though, hadn't he? Paid good money for that?
for
Or am I-
the girl,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, that's a little disrespectful when a girl's being kind enough to eat your butthole, and then you just rip a humongous fart in her face.
It's against protocol.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I would do. I would never rip a humongous fart in a girl's face, and then go, you can smell my fart.
And moreover, expect to keep your Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
So anyway, if you were to honestly go through and try to like, oh yeah, we've got to cut out people that have a checkered past or rumors about infidelities or they're mean to women. Like, dude, there's 2,500 plus stars on the Walk of Fame. And by the way, they pay for those, which is
Really?
yeah, oh yeah, to keep those there.
much?
You pay. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can Bing that.
Yeah, you're right. It's like anyone can technically.
But those stars pay for that star, and then they pay a yearly fee to upkeep it. Yeah, so it's not like they just
So
honor you.
what if people fall into arrears, which I'm sure has happened?
I don't
Where,
know.
Just
Yeah.
people fall off the side of a cliff, are no longer working, can't pay for it, don't want it, whatever.
So you're saying that Leif Garrett earned his star,
Right, exactly.
but now it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, I can't afford to keep my star
Can't afford the
polished.
$50 a month.
Yeah.
The fee has increased over time. By 2002, it reached $15,000 and stood at $30,000. Wait a minute.
One-time fee or what?
I heard it's an annual fee, like yearly.
Because I believe they're collecting an annual fee from, what'd you say, 2,500?
2,500.
I don't believe that.
All right, well,
Just,
he's figuring it out for us.
It just seems administratively ridiculous.
Yeah, I would agree. Can you imagine
all
cutting
stars,
that check?
all-star applications carry a $30,000 sponsorship fee. Half goes to Hollywood. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Typically,
It's a lot, man.
Yeah, it is.
For the honor.
Rand. I'm so important. I need my name on the
What about
sidewalk.
Are they putting their hands in the cement too, or is that a different thing?
That's a different thing.
feel like
The
I've seen
star is just the star with your name. It's in
Okay.
the sparkly shit.
Yeah.
right
Does
now,
it say what the upkeep
I don't
is?
see
'Cause
the- I
it's
don't
not. It's not $30,000 every year. It might be
I don't
just a
see
couple
anything
$100.
as far as
But
upkeep in that article. But
I swear, dude, I always thought that was an annual thing. But whatever,
Sounds
maybe
like
not. 30
Hey, everybody.
grand though, dude. Oh.
You already know that Hamlin Pub is a great place to watch the big game, for dinner with the family, and for a night out with your girl. But are you aware of Hamlin Pubs' amazing Tuesday and Thursday food specialists? Are you?
Is it
are you aware?
Hamlin Pubs or Hamlin
Pubses.
Pubses?
It's Pubs'.
Are you sure?
The Pubs'.
The Pubses. Okay.
I just like to say it that way.
Yeah,
Hamlin
that's very
Pubs' amazing Tuesday and Thursday food specials. Tuesdays, they're burger and brew days. That's an Angus burger, fries, and your choice of 12-ounce domestic beer or soda, just $6.99. That's a great deal.
It's a great deal.
Oh my God.
Go find a bar that's going to give you a craft beer for $6.99, let alone a burger.
It's a domestic beer, dude.
I know, but like if you go and just buy
Oh,
craft beer,
yeah.
it's going to cost you $7 probably. Here you go. No,
I see your point, though. It's a good deal.
It's-
If pizza's more your thing, then get there on Thursdays. I think you just went a little far. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
you're trying
sorry
to make
about
a
that.
point.
I
I like the overall point. It's a great deal, but
It's all I was trying to stress.
yeah,
It's like this is
it's
a
a
good
really,
deal.
really great.
Like if you're at a ball game, you're going to pay $10 for a beer, and this
There you
for
go.
domestic.
There you go.
And this is a steal. You get a burger free, an Angus burger at that.
And fries.
Yeah.
If pizza's more your thing, though, get there
Oh,
on
it is.
Thursdays when you'll get half off all pizzas. These specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pub locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township, of course. And hey, don't forget to save the date, September 29th, when we'll all be out there. We're
Yes.
still working on programming for that, kind of deciding what special program we'll bring. But
We have- dude,
put
we
that on the
haven't- we
calendar,
haven't-
everybody.
we-
September 29th.
And that's a
Saturday.
Saturday. And we haven't been out in months, man. Like we had a stretch there where we were appearing, at different Hamlin pubs for like 5-6 months, but we haven't been out since then. So hopefully a lot of people will come out and hang with us. Did you happen to see? I don't know if it was over the weekend or end of last week when Don Lemon interviewed LeBron James.
No, but I saw the ensuing tweet and all that we talked about the other day.
So funny to me. Like he interviewed
More proof that President Trump is racist
Well,
because he
well,
called
obviously.
2 black people dumb,
Yeah.
as if he's not called white people dumb as well. But
right.
whatever.
So LeBron opened some fucking public school in Ohio.
As a charter school.
Is it? Is it? I thought it was a. Because I was reading stories like, yeah, this is cute that he's got this school, but as a public school, the taxpayers are on the hook for like $8 million a year to pay for it.
I've seen it called a charter school the whole time. So
Okay.
now people who want to support Trump in this, I'm sure, have dug behind
Mm-hmm.
and tried to express this as a bad thing to the community,
Sure,
that
as
LeBron
if.
James is investing, tens of millions of dollars into this school for
Give me a break.
underprivileged kids.
Yeah. I
So
mean, it's absurd.
Trying to paint it like that, I'm sure.
So anyway, they did this interview, and I watched part of it, and I got to tell you, I was disturbed watching it. I was like, when he's like, what would you? Don Lemon says, what would you say to Donald Trump, President Trump, if he was sitting across from you now? And LeBron's answer was, I would never sit across from Donald Trump and talk to him. I would Barack though. And I'm just like, oh, that's great. That's cute that you would say that. Like, how do you expect to build bridges and these race relation troubles that you have? How do you expect to fix that if it's like, I'm not willing to go into a room and talk to this guy? So it's like, dude, it's sending the wrong message. But anyway, Trump watched this interview and was like, it's hilarious. Dumbest man on television at Don Lemon interviewing another idiot, basically, LeBron James.
like Mike.
He made him. Don Lemon was actually able to make LeBron James sound smart or intelligent. Not easy to do. Hashtag I like Mike. It's like, dude, okay, we all like Mike Jordan. That was a reference, but it's undeniable. LeBron is a better basketball player. It's not even close, right? It's not really the point of the story, but Mike Jordan is nowhere near the player that LeBron is, right? Fair to say.
Whoa.
I'm on record as saying that I think LeBron is the best player of all time. But
But wait a minute,
I
wait
would
a minute. It's
gonna
one thing
say
if you want to
it's
say
not close.
right. If you want to say he's the best,
He won a lot of titles. That's awesome.
but
he did.
you're saying that it's not even close to Michael Jordan to LeBron James.
Dude, the people that have put together the videos of like Jordan's greatest plays and the people he's going against versus the players that LeBron plays against, it's hilarious. The Kurt Rambuses of the world, these goofy ass white guys.
Yeah, but that's anyone can trying to make a point can point to the they can pick the videos they want to pick and the highlights they want to pick.
Yeah, that's a fair point, E. But I'm just telling you, I think
Okay.
LeBron is hands down, like titles or not, he is. So LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, and so I couldn't believe, like, Lemon went on a 10-minute rant last night, right? Opened his show with a 10-minute rant about this. I'm going to give you my opinion about what he said. Usually I don't like to get involved in this stuff. Really, since when? Since when, fucker?
That's all you do. That's
And
all of them do. By the way,
he
not
is-
just him.
He has basically said, like, this is racist. The president is racist because he calls black people dumb. Hey, Don, I got news for you. You're the dumbest man on television. I'm not even kidding. Like I watch you and I'm like, this is scary dumb, Don Lemon. Like, I think he's the worst fucking person, like, doing television news today. We've talked about it before. He's awful. And So I don't think it has anything to do with your skin color or LeBron's. It is what it is, but to go like, he calls Maxine Waters low IQ. LeBron James dumb. Me dumb.
Oh, what's the common denominator in all these?
We're all black. So he's got to be racist.
And you're all dumb.
Yeah. Sorta. Yeah. Anyway, Trump's attacks on Maxine. Low IQ individual and his praise of white nationalists who rallied in Charlottesville as very fine people. That's a little out of context, but okay. James said sports was something that unites Americans, but Trump is dividing us. Blah,
I
blah,
shouldn't
blah.
say James is dumb. I don't know enough about him. I haven't heard him speak on enough things to think he's dumb or not.
Yeah.
He's a great basketball player. That's all I know.
Fair. That's fair to say, but I think when it comes to like getting involved in discussions, like, dude, you're
telling
a
him to
basketball
stay in his
player.
lane?
Yeah, dribble a bat. What did Laura Ingraham say?
Yeah. Just dribble the ball.
Just
dribble
dribble
the
the
damn ball.
You're not, and you. I'm sorry, you do kind of sound dumb when you come out, and go on social media and rant about this stuff, and it's like, dude, you don't really think you understand the policies that you're talking about right now.
Well, it fits well into the agenda-driven rhetoric that's just news now. So he fits perfectly in that.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go down this road too much, but to me, it's like I'm shocked. Is it Jeff Zucker that runs CNN? I think it is. I think he's the guy. But anyway, it's shocking to me that you've got a guy with journalist and anchor credentials, like on their website. Don Lemon is a journalist and an anchor. That you're letting his opinion, like him going on the air and saying Donald Trump is a racist, should be a fireable offense. Like that's not your job, dude. You're not an editorialist.
Are we sure he's not? Isn't he just like Hannity? I mean,
No, he's not. Like
Okay.
Tucker, editorialist. Hannity, Laura Ingraham, those are opinion guys. But guys like
Well, aren't we just in a time where we know that everybody's just giving their opinion? It's not really objective news anymore.
no, but that's
should we hold
that's a
Don
new
to a
thing?
different standard? That Don's doing it, everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Something just really rubs me the wrong way when I see Anderson Cooper do it or Don Lemon. It's like these guys are billed as something.
It's a TV show, Mike.
I know.
It's a TV show to entertain that side
Yeah.
and to make the other side angry.
Have you seen, by the way, Broadway? The Broadway singers and jazz hand guys have been protesting outside the White House for 3 weeks.
Is that right?
Camped out there. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell joined them. I got to be honest, man. So you've got cast members from like The Wiz.
Are they like dressed up like cats and shit?
Some
I bet
are.
This is a fabulous, fabulous protest.
Yeah, it is, and it's like we just love the country so much. And I'm like, when I watch it, I'm like,
It's like the scarecrow like dancing down the street.
they are belting it out, and they are shimmying, and I'm like,
Wow. It's kind of awesome. You have video?
I do have some video, but my thought was, this isn't about protesting. This is about showing off like your talent as a singer and dancer.
Really?
Like,
It's
yeah,
that bad, huh?
Yeah,
Let's see.
that's the feeling I got.
Is
anyways.
that Rosie right there?
Yeah, that's Rosie.
No shit.
Yeah, she went to Trump's wedding and ate all the cake. She's a pig.
Good silent people are the wind behind evil. That is such a great sign, lady. Really great. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. Seth, are you about
These
ready?
fucking people.
Changing the world.
Seth is going on Facebook Live
He's a
right
traitor,
now, and
lock
while
him
he's
up.
getting that set up, I'd like to remind everybody here about a patriot, a young woman in her 20s named Reality Winner. She is currently the only person serving time for telling about Russian hacking. She's in prison, and it's a story that
Yeah, she
mainstream
revealed,
media has not covered.
top secret.
She's a whistleblower, and she deserves our attention and the story,
Oh,
our
you can
respect.
spin anything, can't
Reality
you?
Winner is not a made-up name.
There's like a director
That is her
here
birth
doing the-
name.
Dude, there's
And
two
look who's in the White
accordions
House.
stage left. You see this?
And look who's in jail. Let's hope that they swap places very soon.
Just tell me if you get the feeling these people would have done this no matter who was president. It's like, oh, we're going out and performing in public? Yeah, great. I'm there.
An A flat, everyone. Can I get
In A
down?
flat, sure.
All right, I'm getting down. I want to thank the Secret Service for not only tonight, but every night.
Yes. Yes.
And the Parks Department.
Can we
Thank
sing
you
now?
very much. The Parks Department and Secret
The
Service
Parks Department.
for protecting us.
Is
and
this
everyone
is this
here
the
and
video of
everyone in this
them
country,
playing me?
frankly.
'Cause I don't know.
Especially
You just-
those
I
who
don't-
need
no,
protection.
I think
Here we go.
Who's the dude with the dumb hat? He looks familiar.
he's a guitarist.
Yeah, but he looks familiar to me. Is he
He's-
somebody?
He's somebody. He's an actor on Broadway. that's his thing. Go to I think Daily Mail had a nice like minute and a half clip where it was like they showed him doing like different songs, and when I saw the guys like, and we will, I was like,
God, just shimmying and everything.
yeah, yeah, boy. She joined 30 singers and musicians in rousing renditions of stage staples. I mean, these are stage staples on Broadway. Everybody Rejoice from The Wiz, songs from Les Mis. Other productions, the group also sang a rousing version of A Brand New Day from The Wiz.
If I had to pick a protest to watch, this would be it.
Really?
You know?
You think
Absolutely.
so?
These are world-class performers.
It's real expensive to get tickets on Broadway. Sometimes they're even sold out.
I know.
They are. How do you get 3 accordion players in a row and justify that, though?
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty heavy on the accordion, right?
yeah. Over accordioned, in my opinion. Just my opinion. So they had cast members from Wicked, Hamilton, Phantom of the Opera, you know that one, and other shows. John Aravosis, who has helped organize the process, said he was stunned at how the movement had persisted. His job approval, the president, Trump, has consistently been underwater since he took office in 2017. Wrong. That is wrong.
It's wrong.
That's wrong. It's not even close. Dude, John, like, do whatever. Go out there and do your dance and your show and jazz hands and all that, but let's not lie and make fake news. His approval rating is hit 50%. What did he start with, 34?
Yeah, maybe.
Pretty incredible, man. All right, E, do you have video there? You can show Jay. Because if I'm off base, I want to know.
We are so thrilled to finally be here at the Kremlin Annex
Get Russia. Get
on
it?
night
Yeah.
22. How many have been here every
clever.
night? Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
Pig
And
ate
we're
all the
going to
kids at my
keep coming
wedding.
back until he's out.
Here they go. It's awesome.
I think Broadway and theater in general has always been incredibly political.
Right,
If you
I
think
agree.
back to Shakespeare, they were political then too. Politics belongs in theater, theater belongs in politics. It's
Very
always
much
been a
does.
hand-in-hand relationship.
Right.
Wow, look at him go. Hell yes.
Was there a hat down where you could get money?
Now showing truth. I stand by this. This is the protest I would want to attend if I could pick one.
.org and check the
I would too, but I just think it's rooted in non-authenticity. Like, I think these guys are willing to, like, where do you need me? Where do you need my voice? I will be there. Like, that guy shimmying at the front, like, new day.
Why is it hard to believe that Broadway members would support this side of the argument?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
In one of the
They're going to stay there, by the way, until he's removed from office. So,
oh, that'll be fun, man.
yeah, isn't that cool?
That'll be a long, possibly 6
Hopefully
years.
not. Just imagine those guys are camped out for 6 years.
Just like the fucking He Will Not Divide Us was supposed to go the entire
Yeah. That's
presidency.
Right, man.
How awesome would it be if those Broadway assholes stayed there for 6 years, and then when we voted someone new president in, they were like, finally, what we did was important, and finally we've proved that it worked. He's leaving the White House.
It wasn't the term limit that did it. It
Right.
was us. Got it done.
You know, in one of the videos I did watch before, it was one of those news things. And it said that it described Rosie O'Donnell as a comedic legend. Would you say that Rosie O'Donnell is a comedy
That's some
legend?
poetic
Boy,
license
that's
there.
yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen. Now,
She
to be
started
fair, I've
out
never.
as a stand-up, right?
Oh yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah,
I've
she was
ne-
like on Carson and all that shit.
right.
Tonight
I've
Show.
never seen her do stand up, so I can't technically judge her stand up, but like I know kind of the movies that she was in. Like a legend, legend.
Comedy legend. I don't think I'd go that far. She had a very successful talk show, daytime talk show. I don't know. Was she a lesbian when she was doing stand up?
I don't know.
I don't know that she was a lesbian yet. I don't know.
I don't know.
But her movies, I don't have a problem with her movies.
The
She's done-
Flintstones?
Didn't she play a retard in one on a bus or something?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think she played a retard in one that was well received. And then she was in the Madonna one, the baseball. Tom
Yeah,
Hanks.
yeah,
There's no
League of
crying
Her
in
Own.
baseball.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's
Great.
kinda
I
where
love
she
that
made her
movie, by the
mark,
way.
right?
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah,
by the way.
for sure. Yeah, it was a great movie. Great movie.
I can't think of the name. But
What's the
whatever.
one where she was a retard on the bus? Maybe you can play the trailer for that to see if she can properly pull that off. If you go to like her IMDb, I might recognize the title.
Yeah.
You guys don't remember her playing a retard on a bus?
I don't remember much of her career, honestly. I know like a few little things here and there that she's done, and
Yeah, I remember her more for just bitching about shit than like
Yeah,
performing.
That's fair. Okay, let me see. Hairspray Live, no. The Fosters, Empire. It was a few years ago.
Now look.
Keep going, dude.
Okay.
Keep going. Oh, riding with the bus with my sister. That's it.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Huh.
See if you get the trailer for riding the bus with my sister.
She pull it off.
Well, I'll ask you.
She pledged. Is she
I think she was
syndromed?
syndromed at a minimum. I think he was doing the
Some palsy.
Yeah, some sort of palsy or something.
Hey, while you do that, look, listen. If you want the absolute best automotive experience possible, go see our friends at Zott Ford and Holly. Zott Ford has a massive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles ready for you to choose from. Their award-winning service department has brand new free loaners for you to enjoy while your vehicle is being serviced. Zott Ford has a fully stocked parts department and 2 state-of-the-art body shops. So, as to Mike, Jay, and Etard's point, Zott Ford has you covered. Plus, when Zott takes care of you, you're really taking care of the show. So, thank you very much.
No, Lucky?
It looks. I mean, there's like scenes. I guess there's a scene of her on the bus. You could just play
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
probably.
Really? There's not a trailer?
I don't know.
She's got the rundown, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not a bad retard run.
She's hustling.
Who's racing?
You're second.
I'm convinced at this point. I mean, I've seen 10
like
seconds
it?
of this, and I'm convinced she's
Every day you are first person
mentally
on my bus.
challenged.
Yeah.
She'd kill somebody to get on first.
I wouldn't kill.
She's got no place to go.
Not
just rides
bad.
around all day.
Not bad.
So it's a free country. I'm a person. I buy my bus pass for $40 and I'm first always, so that's why
I kind of want to watch it
Yeah,
now.
you're doing it on the government dole. Why don't you do something useful in your life?
Okay, Henry. Where is Beth going today?
I'm gonna go to Alma, then I'm gonna catch a bus with Rick.
You have
Ah,
mismatched
Rick is
shoes
your
on.
new favorite.
Yeah, because he has a green card, he's cute.
The green Mustang, very classy.
Is she following
Yeah.
along with the conversation too? Is she?
I think he's gonna take me
She's
for
too
a
with
ride.
it. Her,
Yeah.
her dialogue is
What
too
about your
extensive.
boyfriend?
Yeah.
What
Her
about
timing is
Jesse?
right
Yeah.
on. You know.
Jesse's delicious. He's gonna take me today to get a new toilet seat because mine got broken and was sliding.
Like if he said, "So what stop am I dropping you off at?" and she went, "I like turtles."
Yeah,
Like-
there needs to be some randomness
Yeah.
thrown in. Like,
It's-
yeah, turtles. I like turtles. And then ghosty man and green car.
There's 162 matches in a typical matchbox.
Yeah,
You know,
that
but
sort of thing.
she's just answering. She's responding to.
I liked her
properly.
run though, dude. Her run.
You're talking
had
about
me-
like autistic versus.
That was
versus-
full retard though. That wasn't like on
Okay,
spectrum.
but there-
Wouldn't you
But
say?
there are different. Like Rain
Yeah, I
Man
need a-
isn't the same as
I need a
this person.
diagnosis of Rosie in this.
Read up and find out what she's got. That's fair. We need to know what she's got.
Is she just a Rain Man or is she truly syndromed?
And is it cool to be like, because you notice it, like, oh, she's wearing 2 different shoes.
Yeah.
Like, is that going too far for the part?
I know it's
It's
kind
like,
of
really?
cliche, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
This is what a dumb person would do.
Yeah, I'm retard. I have 2 shoes that aren't the same. I have a Nike and Adidas on each foot. Nothing.
Just something about a sister with an intellectual disability who spends her days riding the fixed bus routes.
Oh, was she born like this? Was she hit in the head by a bat? What happened?
I don't know. I've never even heard of this movie. I'm reading the plot right
go
now.
home, watch the movie,
If
and
it's
then
on-
report back to
If
us.
it's on
We need to
Netflix,
know.
I will.
Yeah, I ride a bus. I'm gonna go see Rick. He's cute. Rick's cute.
We'll see if it's on Netflix.
Hey, Jay, there's a story we have not talked about at all.
What's that? What did
The
we
le-
miss?
Dude, this is one of those classic. Happens on a Thursday afternoon. We're done after the weekend.
Oh, the missing girl.
And it's like, yeah, the
Tibbetts?
missing. Yes. Have you followed that story
Little
at all?
bit, yeah.
Yeah. Cute girl, Mollie Tibbetts, out of Iowa. She
Yep.
was a college student there.
Hawkeye.
The reward for her, I mean, being white and cute and young
And
in
missing.
America and missing, I mean, it will garner $260,000 in reward money. I mean, you typically see like, oh, this guy murdered 20 people and we've got a $4 reward for his for something that leads to his capture and conviction. But for her, it's like, what? There is a missing cute white girl? Throw money at it. $260,000. Search is continuing. Relatives believe she's alive.
Dude, hasn't there been multiple investigations at a hog farm? That scares me.
Yeah, and he's got some shady shit on his record too, but he refuses to take a lie detector test. That's the latest news about Pig Farmer. They've interviewed him twice, police, and
Isn't that a thing? Haven't we seen past cases where pig farmers are feeding bodies to pigs, and I mean they eat everything, right? Everything.
It's one of the probably the better ways to get rid of a body.
Yeah, I think there was a serial killer in Australia or something like that.
Was doing that
a decade ago or so. Who, famously
didn't
was.
Oon do that? Didn't he feed his uncle to pigs or something?
Dogs.
Was it dogs? Yeah. Like he doesn't eat.
Well, that doesn't. He's not a good example. He can do whatever he wants.
Is that fair to tag all pig farmers though, and just like assume?
No, but
maybe
when you hear the investigations led them to a pig farm.
You're talking about Wayne Chaney, is the pig farmer. He's got a stalking conviction, which I don't have. I don't think you. E, do you have a stalking conviction?
No.
No. In 2009 and 2014, by the way. So we didn't just stalk in 2009. We did in 14. He lives in a trailer home about 500 yards from a pig farm that was searched by investigators 8 days ago. I've never met Mollie or her family. That's his word. But like I said, he won't take the lie detector test. So these donations, though, are coming in from all over the country. And $260,000, not bad. 20 years old. Family thinks she's still alive.
Maybe.
Is this a case of severe wishful thinking?
Yeah, probably. Unfortunately,
you can't give up hope. And they're like, thank God we have not found a body. It means she's probably alive. Does it? Does it? They're convinced she's alive. And it's gone 2 weeks. Sorry. Her father believes the daughter maybe was someone she's familiar with. It's total speculation on my part.
the shitty thing is if she is alive, she was kept alive because she's cute, and whoever has her wants to keep hitting her.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I know. You can't think like that, though. It's like, just get her home safe. We'll deal with all that trauma later.
Yeah.
Let's just bring her home. My 2 cents is that no one went into the house to hurt her. I think Mollie is with someone she knows, and that he's in over his head. This
Dude,
guy.
thank God for the boyfriend that he was out of town at the time.
I know.
Because that dude would be ruined right now.
Fucked.
He would have
He would be
arrested probably at this point.
So her dad thinks, look, there was some kind of misunderstanding about what kind of relationship someone had with her. He's obviously keeping her, and he doesn't know what to do now. Like, boy, that's a hell of a tale you've weaved there, sir. It's
crazy.
Absolute speculation
Which
and
you can
conjecture.
think of while you're lying up at night, laying in bed, staring at the ceiling.
But that is like the total. Like, we talk about guys, like that is a total guy thing. Like for the guys get this thing where they like a girl or something, and then it's like, I must have her. If she only knew. If she was only with me, she would understand.
If I can't have her, no one can.
Right. And it's like that is just so
Are we
not
peeling
a girl.
the onion a little bit on Isis here? What do you?
No, I'm just
care
saying
to
it's not a
elaborate?
girl thing. Like, it would not be a girl thing to be, for the most part, to be like.
I don't know. You ever
so
seen
upset.
Misery with
I've
Kathy
read
Bates?
the book. I've read the book and I've seen the movie. But
breaking the legs.
The ankle scene, dude. The ankle scene. I can't.
Yeah.
Like when she's taped to the bed, and he's and he's just going, no, please, no. And she's like, well, you can't be trusted. Kathy Bates takes that sledgehammer, wham! It's like, oh, you see his ankle break.
But you know what? It was so outrageous that a girl would do that Stephen King wrote a book about it, a fake book. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Good point.
So,
it was.
so Mollie's dad is saying, let Mollie come home, hold yourself accountable for what you've done so far.
Sounds like a good offer so far to the perpetrator.
But what about the other stuff?
Do not
that's coming
escalate
after?
this to a point where you can't recover yourself, right?
I think he already is.
I'm convinced. If I'm the perp, I mean, that's some persuasion right there, huh?
Yeah, well, I hate to blame the victim in these cases. I really do, but...
That's like some 3D chess playing right there. This
Yeah.
guy's persuasive as fuck.
Dude, is it one of those... Like, why would you say... Look, here's the deal. Let Mollie come home. Hold yourself accountable. He's basically saying turn yourself in. And then we don't know what's gone on between him and Mollie these last couple weeks. It's probably not just dinner and a movie, right?
Probably
That's
not.
my guess. I don't know. I'm not there, so I can't say for sure. But wouldn't you go, look, just let Mollie go and let bygones be bygones. You can
That
go.
would seem to be a better offer, wouldn't it?
Because that offer, it's like,
Just let her
turn
go alive.
myself in. Like,
I know,
Right,
that whole thing. Like,
and by the way,
hold myself accountable. Dude, I fucking stole a girl and like...
I think I'll kill your daughter instead and leave.
Yeah.
and not turn myself in.
If I hold myself accountable, I'm definitely going to jail, especially with all the shit I've done to her. But there's a
I know
chance.
the shit I've done.
There's a chance. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. And you guys have no fucking clue who I am. I could probably like kill her and bury her, and maybe get away with it. So one is a guaranteed prison sentence, and one is it gives me a chance.
but he won't be.
freedom.
But it won't ruin his life as he's. How is that? How is can this guy make that promise?
Well, you can't recover yourself if you kill her.
Okay.
Dad is saying.
Yeah, I guess if he doesn't
I mean,
murder her.
Here's the problem. I hate blaming the victim, but when I read, it's like, how dumb can you be? You go jogging? Like, we know how many cases.
Without a tiger lady claw?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're out there, like, in my opinion, jogging is the most dangerous sport on the planet for women. That's why I don't do it. I would love to jog.
Are you saying you're a woman?
No, but it's not safe for men either.
Well, you just said it was the most dangerous part on the planet for women.
To Mike's point, I almost herniated myself several times with bikes passing me just the other day.
The amount of people, like, scaring the dog shit out of you with their bells. On your left. On your left.
Bonafide.
No. It's out. I can't do it. Like, I'd love to be in shape. I'd be in great shape if I jogged, but I can't do it. It's too dangerous.
There's indoor equipment that you can do inside your own house.
In fact, you have some of that equipment right upstairs.
It's not allowed to right now.
but still, I'm
Not
just
allowed.
saying.
Doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders. You can't do that. You are so right about the boyfriend, though. She's dog sitting for her boyfriend, and he was a construction worker, Dalton Jack. This is my boyfriend, Dalton Jack. Dalton. And so that's when she's like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to go for a incredibly dangerous jog at 7:30 at night. And he's like, last time I had contact with her, it was like an Instagram thing at 10 o'clock at night. But he wasn't in town, and so they've completely, like, dude, can you imagine if that's...
Dude, on the one hand, the guy's got to be thinking, if I'm at home, she's not doing that, perhaps. Or maybe she is. Maybe she's over, and she goes, hey, I'll be back. I'm going to take a jog. And then he's fucked.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if he's thinking, like, he's got to feel guilty as fuck that he's not there, right? But at the same time, he has to be relieved as hell.
Well,
he's
yeah,
probably blaming himself, like, she's watching my goddamn dog.
Yeah, I could
It's
have
one of
hired
my
a dog
stupid
sitter.
neighbors.
Oh, yeah, you would. You would. If it's like, fuck, man. If I, didn't have her come over and watch my dog,
Let's blame the dog.
You want to blame the
I'll blame the
I'm
dog.
fine with that. I'm cool with that.
Stupid poops.
Yeah, poops, getting everybody killed.
Yeah.
Why didn't she
Hey,
take the
dogs.
dog on the jog, by the way?
Hey, dogs, why don't you learn to shit in a box like cats do?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why can't they?
Because they're assholes.
I know.
Yeah.
Plus, their loaves are way too big most of
I
the time.
know.
Maybe a mess.
Fair.
So you're right. You can train that shit to shake your hand and,
roll
and
over.
ease point, eat peanut butter off your balls.
Yep. That's easy to do, too. That takes almost no
I know. Why
training.
can't you train it to just, huddle up in a box and
Here's the
loaf?
thing. You don't even have to train cats. You literally get a cat. He's brand new, like newborn, and you just go one time.
brand new.
Here's a box.
It's
and they
amazing,
just know
isn't
that this is where I piss.
Smart sons of
It's
bitches.
crazy. You're right. It's just like
you do not need to do anything.
It's a 12 by 15 box with just some rocks in it. And he's like, yep, that's my spot. I'm here one day and I know that.
cover it up. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, and I'm out.
It's so bizarre. They just know.
But
It's
I think
canines. Why can't they, man?
I think they do in places like if you're living in a high rise in Manhattan, in New York
like
City.
puppy pads and shit.
Yeah,
or
it's
those-
like you shit here
On
on
this
this,
little paper
this
thing.
faux green
right.
rug thing because who's going to go down 12 flights of stairs?
Oh, really? They do that?
Yeah, they do have.
AstroTurf?
Yes,
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
seen
yeah.
this
Gosh.
from
Yep.
people where if they're in apartments,
Yeah.
like Mike's saying, and then you pick it up as if normal. And
Okay.
Throw it in the garbage. So point is they can be trained
Yeah.
to not be assholes that need to go outside.
Why doesn't everybody do this? Like, I would think going outside at
I think people
4:30 a.m. in the winter would be the last thing you'd want to do.
You know what though? I think
it
most
is.
people like walking the dog. It's something that it gives them exercise too, probably, and blah blah blah.
Are you troubled at all that she goes for a jog and doesn't take the dog with? Like, what girl goes for a jog
Maybe
with
he's
the
a total
dog?
dick
Dogs-
of a dog.
dude,
this
I would
this
never
dog
go-
sounds like a real asshole.
I would never go running with a dog. People, if you want
Why?
to, because if you want to really go running, what if you're going to run 4 miles? What if you're going to run 5? The dog can do. A lot of these dogs can
Not
do
all
a
dogs can
quarter
do this.
mile, maybe.
Maybe it's a chihuahua with little wee feet.
Yeah, but he's gonna make a stink if you try to grab his mom and like
Dogs
throw her
are
in the
a bitch
bushes
to run with
Like
if you
even
really
a
wanna go running.
chihuahua is gonna go, hey, help! He tackled my girl.
Yeah,
help!
but to E's point, if she wants to go like 4 miles, chihuahua is not going to make it. Got little wee itty bitty legs.
Depends on if she's really running or if she's just kind of jogging.
It's a wisp of a dog.
Yeah. Well,
I blame the dog.
Yeah, all
Total
right.
dick.
Fair with that. Yeah, it's a terrible story, but I think
I blame
the
this
family,
boyfriend for going on a vacation or something or whatever he was doing.
It was work related, probably, but
Oh,
yeah, I'm
nonetheless.
not, dude. I'm not opposed to throwing a little blame his way. I mean, I'm not
Plenty to go around.
absolutely 60-40,
He owes a-
70-30, dog versus boyfriend. Fair?
Boyfriend owns the dick of a dog,
Yeah.
so
Who
that
can't
wears
handle
off on
a
him.
4-mile jog.
We don't even know how long she was jogging. We just made up that she might want to go 4 miles.
I just feel bad for the family because it's like, dude, you know the odds, right? Like, it's been 2 weeks. The odds that your daughter is alive being held captive by
Yeah.
some dude are almost fucking none. Sorry. You know, and you just feel
Yeah, we
bad.
have had more and more of these stories though, where chicks are found chained up in basements and stuff, right?
Yeah, but
there's
that-
a chance, Mike.
Yeah,
There's
but
a chance you find her really super damaged, like 4 weeks later.
yeah, but the odds he's got, you know, a dungeon, some guy with a dungeon grabbed her and you know, has got her chained up are just so slim. I know we read stories about it, but it's just not the
I
probable
understand.
thing, you know?
Yeah.
She's going to have some mailman show up and help her break out of the house like that those girls in Ohio.
She's probably face down in a cornfield, unfortunately.
Yeah. And they always fuck up with the shallow grave. What is with it?
Take
These
the extra
lazy
2 hours.
motherfuckers.
Dig the fucking grave.
Make it
Dude.
12 feet, dude. I mean,
Like the amount of people that leave a shoelace or a fucking sleeve of a shirt hanging out of the ground.
And
It's
don't
like,
buy new
dude.
tools. Don't go to Home Depot and buy a pickaxe
Oh
and
my
a frickin' spade shovel.
find a way to do it yourself
Steal
with the
them out
shit
of your
you have.
neighbor's
Be a
friggin'
pro.
garage, something. I mean, this is just
Dude, the amount of times you see that guy on closed circuit
yeah.
going to a
Duct
Home
tape,
Depot,
rope.
duct tape, rope, sword, axe,
Yeah.
shovel, spade, shovel.
It's
You're
got like candlestick, rope, lead pipe, revolver.
oh my god, it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Oh. He's paying with a credit card too. So there's absolute documentation of it. Anyway, yeah, and stop doing the 1 foot graves. It's dude,
They don't work.
take the
Animals
Think
extra
don't.
about think
Do a
about when
full
you're,
6
for real.
feet
Like you're
minimum.
doing that. You know what you're doing, and you're like, "Fuck, you know, good enough, whatever." You know, like
Yeah. It's like, dude, any asshole walking through the woods with his dog, and the dog's go, what's that? That looks like a shirt sleeve hanging out of the ground. I'm going to bite that. And then their arm comes out of the ground. It's like,
I
dude.
think some of these assholes, they move the bodies, though. You know, like if they think people are on to them, they
Yeah.
run out and try to move it. I don't know.
it's just
We've
not
seen that.
getting away with murder is hard.
Sure is.
It
These
used
days.
to be way easier.
I know.
Cameras everywhere now. I mean, what would you guys do? Would you buy one of those not those bulldozer, but what's the one with the big scoop on the front, Tonka truck? And you dig and
Yeah.
you
Dude.
make that dig it, or would you
Absolutely.
shovel?
Yeah, I would rent one of those.
Yeah, along with the duct tape, obviously the rope.
No, I think the guy using the pig farm is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
This guy 500 yards away from the pig farm.
He's got to stand firm. He knows the pigs ain't talking.
You got it for, dude. I mean, I don't even know how much. You have to take it way past your fucking place. You have to drive somewhere, dude. You cannot do it in your own town or something. You
Yeah,
gotta
but then
go
the
fucking-
moron's going to use his credit card at 4 mobile stations on the way down to Alabama.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how to do it.
He's going to put himself right there in the timeline.
The problem is you can't. The real key is you gotta not have motive. You can't be going around killing people with motive. That's the key. If you really
Yeah.
want to kill somebody, gotta do it randomly to a person that makes no sense.
Does that kind of suck for the pig farmer, though? Like, here's a guy, it's like, you know, I was into this chick, and, you know, I took some binoculars outside her house and watched her a little bit because I was heartbroken. And now it's like, you stalking fuck, you know? Yeah. You probably
murder her.
stole a girl and murdered her, and where is she? Where is she? And he's like, fuck, man. I fell in love with a girl. She busted my heart, and I did a little stalk
Twice.
09 and 14.
Twice.
But my
Enough
heart was
stalks that-
busted.
Wait a minute.
My heart was busted, though. I had to do a touch of stalk. That's all I could do. Keep an eye on her, make sure everything was cool. What, now I'm a murderer? Poor guy. What
And
can
the
you say?
fact that he won't take a friggin' lie detector test, like, I don't blame him, man.
Would you? I was going to
No.
say, fuck no, dude. No way would you take it. It's like, it's unreliable. It's not, you can't go to court and use it.
Yeah.
So why would you? Anyway.
Well, if you didn't do it.
Nate Abraham. You guys remember the name Nate Abraham?
I do. I saw that he was paroled the other day, but did I see that he was arrested again, Mike? He just got paroled like last week, man.
Dude, when we first heard Nathaniel Abraham killed, was it Ronald
Dude in
Green?
Pontiac, right? Like
yes.
when he was 11.
who was Ronnie Green. He was 11 years old, got a gun, shot this kid in. What was the big debate? Whether or not to send him to prison for life?
Yeah, whether to try him as an adult.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, he's 11. How do you fucking try an 11-year-old as an adult? So anyway,
Because he was like, yeah, I saw the guy over there, and I took my rifle, and I popped him in the head, meant to kill him. It's like, that's how we charge him as an adult.
Okay.
And you knew that was wrong? Yes. Okay.
So he's done, that was in 1997. Look at him now. Dude, when we saw him, he's 11.
Yeah,
Like,
I see
he's
him in
like
there, dude. I see him in there.
38 years old. I know, don't you?
What a life, man.
So he's got a couple stints in prison, one for murder.
Didn't he come out as a rapper at one point?
Absolutely. I was actually going to ask you if you could find Nathaniel Abraham's rap album, because it was not bad.
I feel like I
would've
remember
spun
him
it.
like in a white fur coat.
Sure.
And a red dress shirt leaving court one time. And it was like, yeah, Nathaniel's off to pursue his rap career now. He's good to go.
There was some sort of
Headgear.
Feathered?
Probably.
Yeah. In fairness to him, though, what with the murder, charge when you were 11, like
The murder conviction.
is if you want to, like, if he was dying to be an insurance agent, like, is that guy going to be like, I'm going to hire Nathaniel Abraham with that baggage? Like, rapper's not a bad call. Like,
The rap
rap
industry
community
will accept you, yeah.
like, being a murderer is kind of gives you street cred, right? It's like a perfect.
It's just
Definitely
like
does.
30 seconds. I don't know. It looks like-
That's all we need to hear how sweet it is. So this is Nate Abraham rapping.
The cat that you next to, not no thug, so don't get drugged. Face first, rub. When I'm on the mic, MCs wanna run. Troll on the track, so quit with, yeah, it's now 05. I ain't for no flap. I stitch your scalp for hits on cats. A new millennium, and I'm the best at rap. And then that's flat. Keep lace balls in my verse like gas. Y'all go rap while I stack Benjis to put a Alweez on my back. Haters take.
I like his flow, Mike.
It's not bad.
It's a good-looking guy.
Here's the problem. Like, you're dating the fuck out of yourself when you wear a Gerbeau shirt.
Was he wearing a Gerbeau
It was.
shirt?
You didn't notice that was Gerbeau, like parrot. Like, back it up, E. And I'm almost positive. I couldn't see the R, but I don't know what else it could be unless it's Gilbo or something. But I'm pretty sure that's a Gerbeau.
Unless it's Gerbaud.
Yeah.
When I'm on the mic, MCs wanna
Gerbeau,
run.
Paris.
Troll on the track, so quit with, yeah, it's now 05.
I mean, that's strong. He's coming strong.
Scalp for hits on cats.
He's calling motherfuckers out. You know what I mean? I think.
And then that's flat. Keep lace balls in my verse like gas. Y'all go rap while I stack.
I'm in love, just like a dove, looking for some more love.
So that didn't happen for him.
No, that didn't take off, which is bullshit. I mean, obviously, the talent is undeniable. We can all agree with that. But he's 32 now, and unfortunately, he's been arrested again, which, again, I would think gives him more credibility for the budding rap
What did he
career.
do, dude? He was out for literally a week, right? Am I wrong on that?
Well, he was arrested and released pending arraignment on Monday. Let's see. He a couple weeks ago. Let's not act like it was like an hour. It was a couple weeks ago. He was finishing parole for assaulting a prison guard, and now they're not saying exactly what he did, but Channel 4 is reporting decent exposure.
Oh my God!
Like, what, are you really getting out and showing your dick to people? Like, really? Are you gonna pull a "look at my dick" crime? Really?
On the heels of decades in prison, you're gonna get out there and
Like,
do a look at my dick.
dude, murder helps your rap career. Beating up a prison guard helps your rap career. Showing your dick to someone, like,
White guy crime.
yeah, nerdy white guy crime. What are you doing, Abraham? If you're not going to take this career seriously,
Nate, come on, man.
come on. Was his lawyer Feiger?
Ooh, I don't know.
He
Maybe.
was. I think Feiger represented him. Anyway, you want to watch a guy box a kangaroo?
I love watching kangaroos. My
Dude.
favorite marsupials.
All right,
I love when they kick with their bottom feet and they use their tail to stand
Oh,
up
their
on.
bottom hands, yeah. Here's the problem with this video, because it's stellar. There's a guy. I mean, Rue and Man are both gloved. Rue is leaning heavy on his tail and the kicking.
Yeah.
But the ref at one point in this, and I want to get your opinion on this, Jay. goes to break him up.
Look at Rue. Are we sure that's not a man in a kangaroo costume?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, look at that.
It's fucking awesome. Everything about it's. Well,
He's
here's the
engaging
problem.
in human behavior. I love this.
The ref, you know, when they're like, break it up, they're like, stop hugging each other and stuff like that.
Look at the hips. Look at the hips.
I know. Look, what I love is the fucking ski sleds.
Yeah.
For bottom hands. It's like, dude, look at that thing is 15 inches long. So, all right, we've all seen this in boxing. Like the ref breaks
They're
it up.
holding each other. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Rue hits on the breakup.
Dude, Rue tags the fucking ref. The ref responds by tagging the Rue in the face.
What?
Like, I know. It's like, what? What are we watching? This is unbelievable. But go ahead, E.
Where is this taking place?
I have no
Who
idea.
we have no information about this story. E showed me. I go, where is this? What is this? When is this
the
from?
website that this is on is all a weird language
It's
that
an
I didn't recognize.
Underground Rue fighting ring.
I asked him, where is this from? When is this from? This could be 10 years old. And he starts to go, dude, I have, this is all I have. And I went, fine. It's fine.
This looks like some
Good enough.
underground Jean-Claude Van Damme Fight Club
Sure.
situation.
Sure.
Look at Rue. I'm
Look
not
at
sure
him.
it's not a human. I'm not sure it's not a human. Oh, look at Rue.
Yeah, look at that. Get the fuck down, son of a bitch.
He's like, okay.
The ref has a bow tie. Like, it's like, look at that.
Yeah, fighting you. Get over here, you
Rue's
dick
got
licker.
some reach, man.
Who are you rooting for?
You know, Rue.
Yeah, 100% right. Look at that. He's getting
You know, you
tagged.
think of Rue as sort of like Tyrannosaurus Rexian. I know. It's, the tail is so key
Powerful.
to what Rue
Just
does.
Look at him like, yeah, I went. Watch this now. He's like, fuck you, dude. And the ref's like, you son of a bitch. Fuck you. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Oh, fuck you, ref.
That
That
is
should be a
awesome.
disqualification, dude, honestly, though.
That is awesome, man.
Shouldn't that be a disqualification,
Yes,
though?
absolutely.
Yeah, that's very
Textbook.
I mean, how are we going to trust that he can call a fight properly if he's literally in a fist fight with
love
one of the opponents?
That Rue has a leash, too. That's just behind him. God, the bottom hand kick is just awesome.
Come on, this isn't ground and pound, Rue. Back up.
Aren't you surprised by Rue's reach?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that he basically does obey the official commands
yeah.
over the other than the one time.
Oh, he's an experienced pugilist. Look at him go.
Dude, he's every time he gets a straight kick to the
One.
gut with those hands, those bottom hands, the guy goes down.
Here comes the count.
Look at what those gloves
Oh,
on.
it's over.
Dude,
Your winner, Rue!
when he's in the locker room and they're taping him up and putting those gloves on him, he has to be thinking like, what the fuck is going? You know I'm a kangaroo.
Oh, some post-fight
You want to go? Dick lick? Let's go then.
Oh, the referee.
Rue's got more to give.
Yeah, he's not done.
So this is some kind of like circus
just kicked the
atmosphere,
re-
dude.
he
Look
just
at the
kicked the
little
ref
kids
out of the
laughing
ring.
and shit. This is like Indonesia or some shit, man.
Stop fucking with me, ref. You've never liked me. There's the leash coming into play.
Yeah.
See him grabbing the leash there?
I'm not certain that's not a man in a Rue outfit.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah.
How, could you look how thin? You would have to have like spaghetti thin legs to fit into a Rue out. Like the
I am
bear, I'm
very
with you
sure
on the
that it's
bear
not
suit.
a man in a Rue's outfit. Look at that.
I'm with you on the bear suit and the hips, all that. But dude, honestly,
Look at this guy. I love it, man.
dude, he's fighting. I think it's bullshit. First off, that the Rue doesn't get a hat too. Like the guy's got one of those protective helmets on.
Yeah, his brain doesn't matter. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean you got to protect the Rue too. And then I think it's bullshit that in the mid fight, all of a sudden a square off with him and the ref takes place. What the fuck are we doing here? Can I see the ref?
Yeah, it's right around here, I think. I think it's actually right here.
The Rue does not give a shit.
Oh, is it that? Was it past
Look at
that?
how Rue throws his head back and
Oh,
dodges.
sorry. Here's where
Punches.
Here's where the altercation starts to come.
Is
Get off him.
Yeah, back up, Rue. Rue's like,
Whoa.
fuck you, dude. Get away from me, you dick licker. I was before that, E.
Shit.
It was way before that. Yeah.
Oh, right
Yeah,
there.
here. So Rue takes man down bigly with a
God, the
kick.
tail is amazing.
Back it up 2 seconds. Was Rue starting to prematurely celebrate? Like when he takes him down here, I think Rue lifts his arms like, I'm the winner.
I did a little suck it, possibly.
What was he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Fuck you, ref. You want to go? You want to go?" And Rude just lands a great right, by the way.
And then the ref just back to the match. Back to the match.
Dude,
Awesome.
who was the first guy, by the way, in the brush somewhere that was like, you know what? Look at that stunning, beautiful beast. We need to put boxing gloves on it and fight
I think
him.
the sons of bitches naturally will punch you. I mean, I think that's innate in them.
But where, like a Joey won't.
Well, a Joey's still in the pouch, man. It's be pouch. What do you want it to do? But adults, I think that's a natural mannerism of them, is they'll punch at you, and so they
Where
probably
did they
like,
learn
dude, let's
that?
throw some fucking gloves on them.
Because they've kind of got wee arms. Like
That's
they
what I'm saying, dude.
Tyrannosaurus
I
Rex
was
arms.
surprised by the Rexian type arms, that the reach this guy had, the way he would lean in and lean his head back.
Dude, how
remarkable.
cool. When a guy jacks you in the face, how cool is it where you're going down? Rue's going down backwards. And his tail. It's like he ends up looking like Michael Jackson in that video where he does the lean. You know what I mean? And the tail grabs him and supports him. It's like, dude, nice try.
He can lean a full 45 degrees back and pop right.
Just beautiful. I knew you'd appreciate that, Jay.
Love it.
Yeah. Let's take a quick time out. And, oh boy, speaking of animals, man and a dog seat.
Oh, man.
It might be a zebra. I don't know. An unpainted zebra? Maybe. Get into that more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to the show. So, you were telling me right when we went into break, Jay, that you started watching Last Chance U.
Yes, season 3, Last Chance U.
Was my description...
These kids are damaged, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are.
Division I kids.
Was my description of it right? Like, about the kids, the coach.
I have seen the prior 2 seasons, so I think you were pretty much spot on in that it's, this small junior college. They're trying to get D1 transfers back kind of in the D1 game, football players. And, there's some really highly recruited kids, including the kid who went to Florida State as the top quarterback in the 2016 recruiting year.
The fuck was his name?
Malik Henry.
Malik Henry.
And he is not coming off well, Mike.
Dude.
I've seen a few episodes, and this kid... It's pretty
troubling.
Clear why this kid ends up in a junior college in the middle of friggin' Iowa.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dude, honestly, how sad is that, though? You're an ESPN and USA Today #1 overall.
Got the physical
#1
tools,
talent.
but for whatever reason, mentally, you can't get it together.
And you would just think at some point, it's like, okay, I'm voted this. Everyone's blowing me. I'm the greatest thing ever. I've got this cannon for an arm. I'm mobile. I'm going to Florida State. I've got scholarship offers from every major college in the country. I've chosen Florida State. I go there. And for whatever reason, who knows what the full story is, he gets thrown out. They're like, fuck this guy, this kid. He's just, and so you bounce around, and then you end up at Last Chance U at a JUCO in fucking Kansas. And you're still going to be a problem?
Yeah, you're on a TV show. You know you're going to have exposure. The prior 2 seasons did well on Netflix. You know this is going to give you something, and you're still being a dick.
Dude,
he's immature as hell.
He's going to suck in school. He's going to show up late for his tutors. He's got an attitude the whole time.
And tell coaches to fuck off.
Yeah. Tells a coach to fuck off.
Just shows absolute disdain to his quarterback coach. Zero respect for this guy.
Does he not understand, quarterback is supposed to be that's the guy that people are going to run through a wall for.
My biggest thing about him, though, is he doesn't look that good.
I wasn't going to say that because I don't want to say that the USA Today people and the ESPN people are wrong.
It's hugely heavily produced, obviously, so it's not like you're watching actual film of this kid.
Yeah.
But dude, I don't know.
Seeing them lose that first game, and it's like, dude, you overthrew that guy by 10 yards. How is that?
It's crazy.
I don't know, but
it's kind of a fun show, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But it's so troubling to me to watch a kid with that much talent, that much hype, and it's like you get benched, and instead of being a pro, instead of being a leader, the whole team's huddled together, coming out of halftime, and you're sitting by yourself on the bench sulking. Dude, have you learned nothing about what got you here? You're at a junior college in fucking Kansas, dude. At what point does the lesson kick in?
The school almost had to forfeit their first game because uniforms weren't there on time.
Right.
They got them in the 11th hour.
Yeah.
Threw them on and just went out there and played a game. It was ridiculous.
What do you think of the coach, by the way?
Jason Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy you described as growing up in Compton, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The
member
only
of the
white
Bloods,
kid.
right?
Was he a Blood?
Yeah,
maybe.
He was a Blood.
Yeah.
He's pretty annoying, but that's what makes the show. You got to have a coach with some charisma and personality.
I mean, seeing those people, these fucking Kansanites sitting around with their kids watching this guy. Listen here, homeboy, motherfucker, cocksucker, get off my field. Get off my motherfucking field. You're just like, oh, man.
How about that little wee linebacker who's hurt all the time? Bobby Bruce.
Bobby Bruce.
This kid has to be the smallest linebacker I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
Little narrow shoulders, little guy.
Yeah.
And his part in the story is he's trying to kind of get his life together. He's come from just squalor.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, that's what they're kind of focused. Like Mrs. P is the English teacher.
Yeah.
And she's trying to help Bobby, get over the hump.
He's the guy that doesn't know where to put periods, so he just puts them wherever.
He's the one. He's the one.
Dude, that is hilarious. That story is hilarious. Where it's like, hey, why did you put periods here? He's like, oh, I don't know what those mean, man. I just randomly.
I know they got to be on the page.
I've seen them on pages before, so I just randomly put dots after words.
Obviously, I have
that's for real. Came out of the mouth of a 22-year-old.
I have god awful grammar.
I agree with you on this one.
But
don't beat yourself up. It's not that bad.
It's like it is still funny to me that he didn't why even put them at all then.
Like that, it's just that he
That's
just
where
he
he's
knew
at,
that he
dude.
was supposed
That's
to
where
put
he's
them.
at.
Isn't
like,
that
it's
horrible?
Incredible.
I feel terrible.
You're watching this, and
actually.
it looks like it should be a freshman year in high school English class, and this is a college course. You know?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But
Too much time in the math room and not enough time learning the English language.
more like too much time on the football field. Like, dude, I felt for him because I did this. Oh, boy, I shouldn't talk about this.
Yes, you should. If
Nah,
you say that, that means you should. Go ahead.
I don't think I should mention this because this is not good. This is
Well,
not good.
when has that ever been your mode of
Not good
decision
how.
making?
It depends on not good how. If it just
Do
doesn't
you
make
have the
look
feeling
bad,
that it's going to make Mike look really good in the end? Do you have that feeling right now?
Yeah.
Because
Really?
I do.
Really?
I do.
It's
I think
not.
Mike's going to disclose
So,
something, but
Mike-
it's going to turn out that, oh, Mike ended up really like,
know,
oh, that's cute, Mike.
I'm banging a couple girls, and it turns
Oh,
out my
see,
dick is
see,
too
you
big.
fuck- yeah.
My dick is too big, and it's
Yeah,
hurting them.
right.
They're crying, and
Right,
I'm like,
right.
dude, this is awful.
No,
it's not going to make me look good. This is not going to make me look good, which is probably why I shouldn't talk about it.
It depends on who how
shouldn't.
bad if it makes anybody else look bad. See, to me,
We'll just move on because it's probably not smart for me to talk about it. It's just
Okay.
it's embarrassing and okay. So I was in an algebra class, right? And basic algebra, and
As if you'd be in any other algebra.
right.
But
it
go
was
ahead.
like
Is
AP
this high
algebra.
school
Like,
or what?
Like the fact that Jay didn't go. I'm shocked. I thought you would have been an AP algebra. No, no.
weird.
I was in basic algebra as like I don't know a first year college student or.
So
no,
at
I'm
OCC?
kidding. No. This is in high school.
Okay.
Probably a sophomore. Most kids would have taken this in 8th grade. I'm a sophomore in high school, and there's a lot of stuff like X plus Y
Yeah.
equals.
Like, what number's X?
Dude, I swear to God, I was like, well, okay, C is probably a 3 because that's a third number. That's the third letter in the alphabet. So I'm like 3
Oh,
plus
God.
Y. Y has got to be.
Did you really count it out? Oh, Mike.
I swear to God, dude, I was like, I don't know what these mean. Don't laugh, dude. Don't laugh at me. This
That's
is embarrassing,
awesome, man.
I swear to God, I was like 1, 2. X is 23. So X is 20.
Wow.
Yeah. I
That's
told you.
awesome.
Dude, did I come off looking good in the end?
no,
Yeah.
I get it, but that's not that bad. See, you built it up like. I mean,
I wish
I
people
know,
could see
but
Jay's
honestly,
face
that's
right now when he just said, "That's not that bad."
I know, but to me, the
that's
thing is
horribly.
Okay, but the
So
reality
X
is,
plus
when have you
Y
ever? When has
always
Jay ever
equals
used
49?
algebra?
Always,
You know, like
Always.
Always.
When
It's 49.
Okay, but the thing is, like, when do people? The fact that you didn't know what algebra was to me, I mean, it's whatever. But I will say this: when I used to do Scantron tests,
Oh yeah.
you know, like
It's all C.
Well, no,
C,
what
C,
I
C,
would
C,
what
C.
I would do is, if I didn't really know the subject, I would start filling things in, and then all of a sudden I'd start to be like, well, fuck. There can't really be 3 B's in a row, can there? Well, I guess I'll put a D. Like, just
Everybody
because-
has it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd laugh at you, but I've fucking done that. Like, there's no way they would have 4 B's in a row.
But I'm
No
talking
one
like I
would
didn't.
do
I was
that.
just guessing though. Like I didn't even know what I was putting down, and I'm just like, but even though I had no clue, I had not studied, didn't know the answers, I still was like, well, there can't be 3 B's in a row. So
Well, I
guess-
hated the fact that they were like, if you don't know, your first guess is probably right.
No,
Or
it's not.
Is more. No, it's not. You're right. It's absolutely not.
My first
49 is not the answer.
Right. Dude, you should have seen when we got to fractions. Holy shit. Because there's like letters and stuff, and I'm trying to like, oh, that's a 13, I guess, because it's 13th letter. Of the
Oh, my
alphabet.
God, man.
Yeah, isn't that terrible?
How long did you apply this method of counting out
forever,
the-
right?
Probably
Did you learn how to do
until I
math?
was thrown out of the class.
When
It's
did
probably
you-
like 3 weeks.
So when did you learn how to do algebra like you know today?
No, I still do it that way.
No, I'm just kidding.
'Cause
You're
it-
like,
it-
couldn't
I don't
fucking do
need it.
algebra.
At
I
some
don't
point,
need
didn't
it.
the teacher go, where are you getting this number 49 or 23 or whatever?
Here's the thing. My dad was really good at math. You know, he was really good. So I would go home and he'd be like, what the fuck, dude? I'd be like, well, it's the 13th letter of the alphabet. I don't know. I took a stab at it. And he's like, you are fucking retarded. Literally retarded. And so he taught me more than
Yeah.
the class. Because
Did
he's
he
like, I
teach you
cannot
actually
have
know
my
the-
son going into his basic algebra class and be this retarded.
Yeah.
You know, his teacher's going to go, where did you get that? And if I told her that, he would be humiliated.
Did
He
you
couldn't
get to
handle
a
it.
point where you at all? I mean, I'm not making fun of you, but did you know algebra?
Well, I mastered trig eventually.
Did
but
you?
No.
I'm serious. I don't know.
No, I passed basic
Okay.
algebra.
Okay.
I mean, D's get degrees. Am I righty?
That is right. That's the saying at OCC, baby.
Hey, everybody, now's the time. Contact Realtor Doug Steiner. There's still time to get into that new home before school starts, so call Douglas today, 248-765-1781. He and the team at Century 21 Campbell will work to get you the absolute best deal on the sale and or purchase of your home. Doug's the man, easy to work with, a great friend of the show. So call Douglas today, 248-765-1781.
Douglas! We've all had bad days in life, right?
I would. He's not had a bad day.
Never.
He hasn't, but you and I have. We know what a bad day is like.
Bad day.
You know, Everett
Every
Compton.
day above ground, Mike, is a good day.
Every
though.
day above ground is a good day.
How you doing, Gene? Everett Compton had a rough day recently, and boy, oh boy, to get caught balls deep in a donkey is just—that's going to ruin your weekend, right? It just is.
This guy looks familiar. Is this a repeat offender?
Oh,
well, I'm sure that he is.
I don't know that he's been caught, but he's repeatedly
Have we
fucked a
done
donkey.
this story before?
No, this is brand new. This is brand new.
Yeah, I swear to God, we've done this guy before.
Well, a lot of these guys look similar. They all have a pattern, you know what I mean? It's
Scowl on his face, big mustache, white guy.
white.
Where's this guy
And
from?
it's like,
or what's his
when
name?
you look at that and you go, if I were to just go,
55 years old, white guy.
if I were to just show you the picture and go, what crime did this guy commit? You're not going to say, oh, he stabbed someone in the ghetto. You know what I mean? You're going to go, he either fucked a kid or an animal. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And you would have been right because he fucked a donkey.
Allegedly.
Or an unpainted zebra.
We're not sure yet.
We just don't know. He's accused of having sex with a family's pet donkey on multiple occasions. This is not a one-off.
What's his name? Dude, I swear to God, we covered
Everett
this guy.
Lee Compton. He's 49. He's facing bestiality, criminal
I
trespass,
don't recognize the name.
cruelty to animals, and investigators say the donkey's owner's Emmert. How's that for an name? Emmert.
Of course they own a donkey.
Yeah. If your
Emmert and Dorothy.
if your birth name is Emert Emmert, and you marry a Joyce Whitaker, like you have to own a donkey. I think it's part of the law. Like if you name your kid Emmert, you're going to own donkeys. at some
In
point.
Arkansas, yeah.
So Emmert calls the police and says, "Look, man, I'm having a bit of trouble with some trespassers and harassing my pet donkeys
Get off my land!
over the past 3 years." Yeah, the problem got so bad. Emmert, he's posting like no trespassing sign. Like he even put a no trespassing
And
sign.
he
on his yard.
violated this, allegedly?
Yeah. Isn't that unbelievable? It's
no
like,
trespassing. Just walked right around it, stepped over it.
dude. Okay, Everett. If
That's
there's
some
no
balls.
signs and you go into the barn,
The temerity.
That's some balls right there. No
You go in-
trespassing. How about this?
Dude, that guy's 49 years old.
yeah,
He's only 4 years older than you, Mike.
4 years older than you too.
No.
Coming up, you got a birthday coming up.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
I was beamed here. I don't
I
have
know,
a
but-
birthday.
Well, how many years ago were you beamed here?
44.
Yeah. This is totally off the beaten path, but this guy, he's banging a donkey for a couple of years, and Emmert's had enough. So he puts a no trespassing sign up.
That will solve it. he just
Yeah.
pounding it into the ground like.
All
Yep.
right.
Got issue with trespassers. And then he also put a sign up that said, "Don't feed the animals." And so if that's not
Oh, is this-
enough
Don't
of a
feed 'em
warning,
dick.
Oral situation?
no, he was banging it.
Is it a female or male? Donkey.
Female. They actually say that his female donkeys, dude, which adds credibility to your
Yeah.
argument that dude, these guys are banging female
Yes.
animals. He and I didn't think they cared. So also, like, for whatever reason, Mr. Compton violated the no trespassing sign that was clearly in the open, visible on the lawn. And so he's like, what else can I do? So he put some game cameras out there, and what do you know?
Oh, boy. Shuffling in.
Here comes
Mr. Compton.
I want to
Mr.
see.
Compton.
I want to
shuffling
see
across
those
the lawn.
fucking videos, dude. Some
Dude,
dude
just skulking his way across.
Imagine if
Does he get hard before he gets there? You know what I mean? Or
probably
does
got
he
his dick in
wait?
his
Yeah,
hand the whole time.
he's at least prepping. He's
Oh,
for
God.
show. But dude, imagine like you're Everett, and you and Joyce are like, well, let's review last night's film, see if there's anything here, and then you just see
Your
Mr.
neighbor.
Compton creeping across your lawn, going
Oh,
into the barn.
Mr.
And
Compton.
you're like, dude, is that that's Mr. Compton?
It's just
He seems like such a nice guy.
the photos which were turned over to the police show a man placing a bag over the donkey's head and then rubbing his pelvis against the animal's rear.
Yeah, that tells me he's not getting blown by the donkey, right?
Some guy did write that in a newspaper article. And started rubbing his pelvis against the donkey's rear.
Oh, man.
What do you think's up with the bag on the head of the donkey? is this a Butterface thing where, like, he
it's
didn't
not
find the
attractive.
donkey hot enough, and so
Maybe.
bagged its face? I mean, I've heard that as like a joke for years, but I didn't know it was possible to actually put that into play. Imagine that donkey's just sitting there with his hay. He's in his little stall, and then it's like Mr. Compton comes creeping in the middle of the night.
Doesn't even bring her an apple or anything.
And he brought her some carrots, but it's like, hey, why you put a bag over my face? What the heck's up with this? Thank you for the carrots, by the way, though. That was delicious. And so, camera captures images of him coming onto the property. Pictures show the man placing the bag over his head and then getting behind the donkey.
Jesus is absolutely tickled by this story.
It is.
I can't get over
He's
that
right.
quote.
Somebody had to write this legitimately in a news story.
Right. Someone had to get that quote, or the police. The police watched the photo.
Yeah.
Then he has a news person. The guy's like, "Okay, what's the deal?" Or maybe with the facts down. He's like, and the police had to say this to this newspaper dude as he typed it or wrote it down.
Yeah.
Do you think the police said, he rubbed his genitals again, and this guy changed it to pelvis? Do you think he tried to like PG?
That's a
it?
good. That's a good
Pelvis.
No,
point.
you know what? It's from the family saying, well, like the daughter and the mom at different times saw him place his pelvis. That's their quote.
That's their word.
Because I watched, I actually, because I was like you, I'm like, is this a news story? I feel like we've seen this, movie before. And no, it is new. And the Smoking Gun had the criminal report, the police report, and it's got quotes from the daughter.
Pelvis,
like,
pelvis.
Yeah. There were more images captured. Showed the same man feeding the donkeys from bags that appeared to be bread bags.
Is it a logical
this.
leap
We
to
don't
go
have to-
from pelvis to panus? I mean, why did they
What else
stay with
would you-
pelvis? Why were they still so neutral on this? You have a man violating your no trespassing sign.
Yeah,
Coming
absolutely.
in, bagging
Maybe-
your donkey's head, and then rubbing on it, clearly in a sexually suggestive manner. Why don't you just go, he banged my donkey.
Yeah.
He fucked me in the ass.
Because they're farm people, man. They're good folk. And it's like, look, I don't know. I
Man
can't
accused
say.
of having sex with...
I'm not, I just happened to click on this because I was wondering if there'd be video in it, and then all
Yeah.
I thought, I saw this girl, and I just thought, oh my god, this girl had to do
This poor
this
girl.
news
Yeah,
report.
we'll catch up with her in a second and see
Okay.
how she handled this. But he also, when you say that he violated the no trespassing rule, which is inexcusable, he also violated the don't feed the animals
Yeah.
sign, clearly placed on the lawn.
2 violations, a 3rd violation with the bag on the head, and then the 4th with the, quote, pelvis
Yeah.
gyrations.
So an officer arrives.
I mean, if somebody does that to you, why not jump to the conclusion that, yeah, he banged my ass? Why are you being so neutral and being so clinical about it?
Maybe they don't want the. Is there idea that the people
Probably an
read the
old couple.
paper
Don't
and
wanna
they're worried
cast
that
aspersions
No,
on this
Like, are
guy?
they worried like kids
Want to
read the
let due
paper?
process take its course?
Yeah,
Why don't you
maybe.
just go, dude, this guy's in my goddamn barn banging my donkey.
He's in my barn, in my donkey.
Yeah.
The fuck? I don't know. I think they're just old-time country folk, and,
They don't want to say penis. They don't want to say penis.
They're in
any
denial.
benefit of the doubt.
Are they in denial?
I don't know, dude. It's been going on for
Well,
3
he's
years.
He's just rubbing his pelvis. I don't know that he really inserted anything.
He was standing behind it with his pail. It's like, okay, fine. Were his pants down?
Emmert, come on, man.
Emmert, were his pants down around his ankles?
Open your eyes, Emmert. You know what's going on here.
Honey, get over here. You ain't gonna believe this. I see a man's pelvis next to our donkey's ass.
He's not going to say
his
penis.
pelvis.
See, that's the thing. I bet he won't say penis to Ethel or whatever.
I don't want to fucking
not gonna say
say
dick, that's
anything
for
negative
sure.
about the Whitakers. Their ass has been fucked for 3 years. You know what I mean? They've been
They're
through
the
enough.
victims here.
Yeah. So an officer arrives at Whitaker's property, and Compton was hiding in the bushes.
The bushes.
He initially
Couldn't you
claimed
It's fitting.
Couldn't you get somewhere else? I
No,
know.
it's totally fitting
Yeah.
for the crime. He's
Yeah.
hiding, just huddled down in the bushes. Yeah, with a boner.
trying to zip his pants back up. And so he was like,
With gross donkey slime all over your dick.
yeah.
My
well, you
God,
don't know.
man.
You've never banged a dong. You don't know that it's
Oh, the
necessarily
discharge,
gross.
the smell that has to. Oh my! How does he do
What
this?
an
I don't know.
evening in this man's life. Here he is banging this donkey, and now he's behind the bushes.
He's hiding in the bushes, and the cops are like,
Is that your bottom? Like, are you hiding in the bushes as cops' flashlights come flashing by, and you're
donkey
like,
anal residue on him and
yeah,
whatnot?
yeah. The waft is coming up to your nose, and you're like, have I hit bottom here? Is this it?
I don't know, dude. There's such deviance and degenerate. Like, think about that though. When you're like we've all hidden from the cops, right?
Sure.
So, we're underage drinking. We got a case here. Like, run!
We've all had the mag light go over our heads.
Dude, imagine you're in a bush. I don't know what it is, but you're just and you see that flashlight on the lawn. And you're just like, if he finds me, Like, it's going to be in the papers.
I
that
got this
fucked
goddamn
a donkey
bag in my pocket.
Do you think he would sit there and be like, if he, let's say he hadn't got caught, like in that moment, his in mind is like, you know what? Swear to God, if I don't get caught this time, I'll stop. I'm done.
This is it.
Lord.
Of course he did. If you get me out of this, I'll do anything.
I will never stick my dong in a donkey's vagine again.
Making deals with God for sure.
God
Jesus
looked
for sure.
God looked at him and went, "Go fuck yourself, dude." No. And then went, "Cop, over here. He's right here in the bush." And so he jumps out of the bush. He's like, "Yeah. You're gonna accuse me of fucking a donkey? I didn't fuck a donkey. Let's get that straight right now." What I was doing was feeding it carrots.
Yeah.
At 2 in the morning or whatever.
2 in the morning, I'm just feeding him
Don't
carrots.
mind that like wetness around my pelvic region.
I understand it looks, I'm rock right now, but I was just feeding him carrots, and it's outrageous that
What
you would
if he
accuse me.
said? What if he just said, "Look, I just fed the donkey carrots and I went over the bushes and masturbated. Okay, I wasn't fucking a donkey."
Oh, the smell. My God. The discharge.
So the cop was just like, cool, that's great, but we've got surveillance video of you pantsless, with your pelvis up to the rear of the donkey. And he's like, "All right, look, listen, here's what's going on." And this is troubling, because if this is true, this is very, very troubling, because I'm never touching this drug again. Because he's like, "I smoked a little marijuana, and I made me do some crazy things." And it's like, dude, if that's what happens when you smoke marijuana, like I've never.
That should be on the commercials, man. Why,
Dude,
forget
that should
egg
definitely
thing.
be on the label of the bag. May lead you to fuck animals.
Fuck the egg thing, Jesus, you're right.
Forget breaking eggs on the fucking making like we're making scrambled eggs in the morning,
this
dude.
story needs to be taped to that bag.
Yes. Occasionally, people are known to bang donkeys when they smoke marijuana. Keep that in mind, folks. I know there's a lot of weed smokers that listen to us. God. Say, smoked a lot of marijuana, and the drug made me do sick things.
Well, that's all right.
If you'll let me go, I'll get some counseling. Sir, you're beyond counseling.
You're way beyond.
Poor donkey. It's just terrible. Anyway, lastly, before we get to some email.
We do have some email, Mike.
You saw the movie, what was that stupid Mighty Ducks movie?
You know
How
what?
dare you call
actually,
Mighty Ducks stupid?
I actually have never seen those movies.
Oh, good. Neither have I.
How dare you?
But I remember the footage. What is it? Emilio Estevez is he the coach? Was that good? Do you remember the goalie?
You know what?
Fat kid playing goalie.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I remember. I don't remember the characters' names honestly at this point, but I fucking love those movies.
I couldn't believe when the NHL team named itself. Like that was.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a dream right now?
That was crazy.
You're actually naming your team the Mighty Ducks.
I thought the exact same thing.
And by the way, they're bringing back a jersey this year to reflect that original logo.
Awesome.
The movie, the Mighty Ducks logo, because now they're just the Ducks.
Dude, I thought the same thing. It was like, this is incredible and unbelievable. You're actually calling your franchise the Mighty Ducks after a fucking Disney movie?
Dude, that
really?
team won
How
the
was anyone
district championship thing. They won
district.
the U.S. Junior Olympics or something. I mean, come on, dude.
Well, the goalie from the Mighty Ducks, Goldberg was the goalie.
Was he a big fat goalie? Was he following
Basically,
our theory?
No, not that fat. I mean, he's a young kid.
But that was the joke. I mean, essentially.
Do we have a picture of him as a goalie?
Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
I think he's what age are these kids supposed to be? Like 11?
Yeah, I guess.
He's actually 16 here. Goldberg is the name. Sean Weiss is the actual actor's name. He was busted 1 a.m. on Saturday. Police cut him a break, released him without citation. He spent a few hours in the drunk tank. He was shit-faced. But the fact that he was the goalie on the Mighty Ducks movie team makes it pressworthy.
National news.
Here he is now.
I know, dude. I know. I saw this. I saw the pictures next to each other, and
that man is like 6, 7 years younger than us.
Wow, man.
Is that how?
That's tragic.
How do you get there? He's 38 years old. Honestly, if I showed you that picture, what would you have said his age was? Late 50s?
I might go like 62 or something. Yeah, late
What's
50s.
actually too bad is if you look too. I
Looks
saw
like
this.
a meth fiend, honestly.
Because
He got busted with meth at one point.
This is a picture of him only in 2003 back. So I mean, that's my
There's a
point.
picture of him in 2016 that's not that bad.
Okay.
So yeah, to your point, it went downhill quick. But if I said, yeah, 62-year-old man arrested for blah blah blah, you wouldn't question it. They go, wait a minute, he looks great for 62.
Yeah.
You would accept 62-year-old
I would,
man.
yeah. I'd be like, okay.
Unbelievable.
So for the marijuana bag, we're going to staple that story to it. For the meth, we're going to staple this story to it. Is that
fair enough? Well, he was busted. He served time for theft and drug possession last year. 2017, he was arrested for stealing, $151 exactly, $151 worth of electronic equipment. He ended up serving 12 days. 5 days after his release, he was arrested again for possession of meth. So people called the police and said, yeah, there's a man stumbling around yards near the Warner Brothers studio lot in Burbank.
Just looking for a job. Got my resume.
I was in the Ducks.
I was the big fat goalie.
I was the goalie in the Ducks movie. Stumbling around the Warner Brothers lot, studio lot.
That's really astounding.
Poor guy. Hopefully he gets his stuff together. Looks like he, was a terrible eater as a youth and then cleaned that up at least.
Yeah.
He does look thin there. I'll give him that. How are we doing for email, Jay?
We do have some email, Mike. But
What do we
before
got?
we get to that, I just want to revisit.
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
Dude, I've been listening to that as you have for years.
Yeah.
And it's
one of my favorite
It's
drops.
just hitting me now. What a beautiful, perfect definition that is.
I know. Yeah.
You know, how
Every
many,
word is necessary. You cannot remove a single
it's
word.
It's absolutely brilliant.
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
Try to take one word out of that.
How many things in life can you just rattle off a definition to that's that effective?
Science.
Like a car.
Science, I can.
Hair. You know what I mean? It's like
if you said, "What's the definition of science?" Because I had that teacher that made me write it on everything. Science is the knowledge or the pursuit of knowledge of things as they are and why they act as they do.
Okay, let's take it out of the realm of
But that's the only
word
thing.
science.
But science is literally, unless you ask me what's the definition of science. If you ask me what's the definition of X, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
I'd struggle.
Just like glasses, define glasses. You'd be like, well,
Glasses.
there's these things that help your vision. And you'd have all these extra words. But listen to Jerry,
glasses.
how brilliant.
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
It's beautiful.
Brilliant.
It's poetic. And the fact is, some people might think that we do a lot of pre-planning. We do pre-show interviews with guests where it's like we mail them a list of questions that will be talked about, discussion points, to give them time to prepare. No.
Not the case.
That is a fucking lie if anyone's telling you that. He was hit
Docking
with...
is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
I believe we were
On the spot.
probing creative pecker play and the
Yes.
definition of that, and we got into docking through that. And
We
he just
mentioned docking.
stepped up.
And then
with that brilliant definition.
I believe, I don't remember if it was you or me, but we went, hold on, let's stop for a second. For the lay who's not familiar with docking, Jerry, you want to explain what docking is really quick?
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
Incredible.
And then follow-up, obviously, was, have you ever docked? And his answer was an immediate, yes. It's fucking
Sure.
awesome. Just brilliant. Yeah, it's a perfect definition statement. I love it.
Jeff with a G writes in, hearkening back to poem number 1105, yeah, I'm a bit behind. I need you guys to have another calamity befall one of you so I can catch up. Figures Big E doesn't do dangerous stunts anymore. Joe Hill, Stephen King's son, recall that he claimed there was an extra in the movie Jaws.
Yep.
Who then turned up
The
murderers.
lady of the
Lady of the Dunes.
Dunes, yeah.
So he made national news last week by claiming that.
Mhm.
So Jeff with a G says, Joe Hill, Stephen King's son, is actually Joseph Hillstrom King. He went with a pen name to try to make it on his own merits. He didn't let the cat out of the bag until after he became fairly successful on his own.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
They
so
do
like Tori Spelling, right? Like
Right.
she went into the 90210 auditions. Nobody knew she was an Aaron Spelling.
No.
Offspring.
Why would they?
I don't, maybe because she looks just like Aaron Spelling
Yeah.
with really weird titties.
Yeah. The only one who I believe when they say that is Slash. Like, Slash had family that was really high up at a record label, and he didn't, like, his family that was, like, at this label found out, like, oh, fuck, that's my nephew. Like, when they signed the record deal and were blowing up, it had no clue. And he's like, fuck that. I don't want any help doing it on my own. He's the only one I believe when they say that. Like, I want to see if I can make it on my own.
Yeah. Well, Jeff with a G continues. I've read some of his work, and it's actually pretty good, almost as good as his dad's.
Whoa.
But not just a copy of him. Another of the of Stephen King's sons is also a writer, but I think he's always used his real name. Goodbye, BUI, Jeff with a G.
You want to read one of his books, Mr. Hill's books, and see if it's close to as good
Report
as
back
Stevens?
to us.
I guess I could.
What was the other thing he was going to do? Oh, he's going to watch the movie with Rosie O'Donnell.
You know, it's
The
not on
retard one.
Netflix,
Yeah.
so I gotta have to find it somewhere, I guess.
It's probably online somewhere.
Yeah.
Curtis writes in concerning the Manny's ass booty shorts, and
Dude,
this
greatest story I've ever heard from you.
Unsurprisingly, it's become a topic of interest among emailers.
It hit like I just didn't see it coming. I know Manafort. I wouldn't expect that story to come from him. He's a good boy. Manny's
He is a
ass,
good boy, but he has a really good sense of humor too. So.
Yeah, but Manny's ass is so presumptuous. It's very
possessive.
Well, yeah, of course he did it right, but it's just it assumes so much that's out of your control. I just wouldn't expect him to have that kind of ego that would be like, yeah, that ass, Manny's ass.
Curtis writes in, Jay, as the father of a teenage daughter, I have to call a parenting fail on this one. If my daughter came home with this gift from a boyfriend, the young man in question would no longer have my respect.
Yeah.
I planted the seed in all the boys in my daughter's orbit that I have no fear of going back to jail. So is Curtis saying it's a parenting fail on my part or on the part of Manny's
understand.
girlfriend's dads? Like Manny's girlfriend's dads, according to Curtis, should have implanted in Manny the fear of God, because that's exactly what I told Manny. I said, dude, if you take these over there, if you take these over there, her dad, if he finds out, is going to lose every ounce of respect for you.
Yeah, gone. All the
or was it a
work
parenting
you've
fail
put
on
in.
my part because
No.
I let Manny buy him?
You need to pound into his head like, dude, if Ella starts dating a guy, he shows up with, Bill's ass, panties, his life is going to end on our front yard, and Dad's going to jail. So that's something you need to think about, because while it may be an absolute fact that is in fact Manny's ass, that it might be, but if he goes over there, Dad probably does. It's not like she's going to have a family meeting and be like, hey, by the way, officially this is Manny's ass now. Dad doesn't know that. He's just going to go, what?
Right.
And could fucking beat the shit out of him. I wouldn't blame him.
Jenny writes in concerning the Russian Five. Thank you so much for talking about the Russian Five movie and interviewing McCarty and Josh Reel. I would not have known about the documentary otherwise. My husband and I went to the Traverse City Film Festival over the weekend and saw it. I had a smile plastered on my face for most of the movie. I miss 90s hockey so much. And my husband really liked the movie too, even though he doesn't watch hockey. We thought that would be the case.
Oh, he's a gay guy.
We thought that would be the case, that people, even if they're not hockey fans, would get a kick out of that movie.
That's the best gauge.
Yeah.
Because I took Beth to that, and it was like, she's like, I don't give a shit about hockey. And I was like, yeah, well, just watch it. And she loved it.
Yeah, and Jenny says,
awesome.
My husband didn't know the story either because he was living in Florida in the 90s. Thanks again, Jenny.
Awesome. Yeah, and that movie won People's Choice at the Traverse City Film Fest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, won People's Choice Best Movie at the film fest. That's
Good
a
deal.
big film fest.
Absolutely,
and then
it is.
Josh has this horrible picture on Twitter that he posted. He's standing next to I don't know if it's a sea otter or a whale.
Or Michael Moore.
Michael Moore. Yeah, it was like arm in arm, and it was like, holy fuck, that's awful. Boy, is that hideous. Josh, I'm sorry.
Is he wearing a state hat still?
He might have been wearing a tiger hat.
My sister was up in Traverse City last week. I forgot about this, and she texted me. She goes,
"Was she there with?"
She goes, "I don't know if you care. I don't know if this would be interesting or not, but Michael Moore opened the door for me at some restaurant or something." I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess it was,
It's
but I
notable
didn't
that
know.
Michael Moore would open a door for someone.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Usually, you'd figure he'd be sprinting into a restaurant. He's not waiting to hold doors for people. I mean, he's got a table to get to now.
Matt writes in, so listening to episode 1108, and you mentioned the biker ringing his or her bell grievance, and I have to say that these bikers should say something. It's more courteous to say something and let the runner know that they're coming, gross, rather than just passing by them. My wife and I bitch about this all the time. I was taught to notify people that you're passing. Wrong! That's wrong, Matt. Wrong. Let the runner be. You're approaching from behind, from like 400 yards back. You can see that runner is just in a rhythm to the right side of the trail. He's not going anywhere. Just fucking pass him on the left.
What if he's zigzagging all over the trail?
If he's zigzagging, then you go, hey, fuckface!
Yeah.
Coming up behind you.
Yeah. On your left.
But if not, man.
If he's keeping a steady...
He's not going to do a quick left and run right in front of you. He's
Out
not.
of nowhere.
He's just not.
Has that ever happened, though?
Never.
Has it ever happened where a guy's just consistent? He's right there, 1 inch from the right side of the trail.
No.
He's going, 2 miles
Never.
down the road. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, with no explanation, he makes a 45-degree left, and a cyclist takes him out.
Never in the history of man.
You sure?
Yes.
Actually, that's not totally true because sometimes people.
Oh, I thought it was.
Sometimes people turn around. You're going for.
Well, then it's on fucking him to look as you turn, dude.
Yeah.
If you're doing an out and back, you look over your shoulder. Oh shit, there's a bike there. I'll just keep jogging a few more feet.
That's as simple as look both ways before you cross the road.
God,
like
man.
who would just spin
It's on
around?
the runner. It's on the walker.
Of
If you're a
course.
biker and you're way to the left, that's the fast lane, man. You've got it. Go.
Have you thought about when a guy does that and scares the bejesus out of you with his dumb bell? Have you thought about running up and tackling him, taking him down, and really giving him some shit?
I have heard on your left, and I have responded, yeah, no shit. I've done that a couple times
That
recently.
does not surprise me. I could totally see you doing that.
No shit, man. Got it. Thumbs up. Sweet.
God, fuck you, dude. I was just trying to tell you. Don't be a dick about it.
Save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. What day is tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Okay. I was wondering. I never remember. I was like, wait, is J. Chris Newberg coming in tomorrow? No, it's 2 days. Anyway, have a great rest of the day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.